Hello, humans. Hello. I'm back in the same shirt and hair because it is the same day that I'm filming this video, but not the same day I posted up. So, again, if you don't like that, who cares? I am on a leave of absence. So if you haven't already seen my other videos that I mentioned that I'm on a leave of absence, well, I'm on a leave of absence. And if you do not know what a leave of absence is, I will tell you. Leave of absence is a period of time when a student is not enrolled in classes but typically intends to re-enroll. And I think there's a 2-year maximum. So I am on my 2nd year of leave of absence and I will return to school next fall. Now, I am in the middle of transferring, so technically I will have some community college courses coming up, but that's just so I can get my transfer going, because I do have to take a class that I didn't take at university, because I am transferring from a private school to a public school, and that is something they do not tell you. It is so hard to transfer from a private to a public, and I don't know why I'm doing this and this, but I just think it's because I talk with my hands. Anyway, yeah, so it's really hard to just transfer, directly, but in a way it's like I'll get this class for cheaper because it's at a community college. So as soon as I get that done, I just put in my transcripts and I can transfer to a public school. Taking a leave of absence was actually one of the hardest decisions of my life. If you're watching this and you know me, you know that I love school. I love school. If I'm using that word, it's because I actually mean it. Like, I love the idea of going to class and learning something and applying what I learned onto something else, like an essay or test or whatever. Like, I don't know where I get this from, because my mom hates school and my dad didn't go to school, so I don't know. Having to take a break from it, I was like, oh my god, I don't have softball in college, so I'm gonna let go of something else that I love. Like, why did I decide to do this? But I needed to take a moment and realize that my mental health and my physical health were not stable at all. I need to take a break before it got worse, because I think, maybe I know, okay, I know that if I would have went back to school without taking a break, I probably would not be here in front of this camera talking to you, because it's been that bad. And I probably think it's one of the best decisions I've ever done to take this leave of absence, because I am taking a break and focusing on myself. And how selfish that may sound, it's not selfish. It is just putting your health first. I'm treating both my physical and mental health for the time being. I know I'm getting better, because I'm comfortable with talking about certain things, and I have a more positive mindset when it comes to certain things as well. So, Chevy, are you gonna bark again? So education is actually something I am very passionate about. It is the #1 thing that I'm passionate about. I think education is here and undervalued, and everyone should take advantage of the education that is offered here, especially in the US, because it's not the same in other places that I know of, and it's just amazing that we actually have that opportunity here. So having to take a break from it was tough. My first year of not being in school, I saw all my friends finish their senior year. Now, wow, I had so many breakdowns because they were there without me. I felt like I was stuck and frozen in time while life was just going without me. That probably sounds cheesy, but that's exactly how I felt, and probably the best way to explain it. But I saw through Snapchat, Instagram, I don't have Facebook, but like through any other social media probably, that they were just, I don't know, going on with their lives and finishing something that they started. And I felt like, oh my god, I'm never gonna finish what I started. I'm a failure. I'm just gonna be stuck here for the rest of my life. And I had to reevaluate and be like, no, you are moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on with my life because I am taking care of something that's part of me that really affected me so that I can finish school. Because if I weren't to take this break, it's like I would be stuck. I would be unhappy. I would be unhealthy. So it was okay that I took this break and just support my friends and what they're doing and be okay with what I'm doing. So it was something that I had to keep, you know, reminding myself that it was okay that they were finishing school without me. And actually I went to the graduation, so I surprised one of my old roommates, and I told her I wasn't gonna be able to go or whatever, but I surprised her. And honestly it was okay. I was nervous because I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna see everyone walk the stage and I'm not gonna be there. And when I came back from that trip, I did have a moment where, like, you know, I was crying, but again I reminded myself it's okay. So I am a first generation student, so I did not know much about what I was getting myself into when it came to a leave of absence. I didn't know what it was. It's just so confusing. It's something that I think people looked badly about. So when I told certain people in my family that I'm back, they're like, oh, so you finished school? And I was like, no, I didn't. And they're like, oh, why not? And I'm like, well, I'm on a leave of absence. They're like, oh, why? And I wouldn't tell them because it was my mental and physical health. I just said, oh, it got expensive, so I'm gonna transfer. But because I'm transferring from a private to a public, you know, I had to like take some time and go to community college and then transfer. Like, I would create like different like lies. I'll be like, oh, I'm here because my mom's gonna get surgery and I'm gonna help her out, and like she is gonna get surgery, like she's gonna get her hernia fixed or whatever. But it was just like stories were everywhere and I hated it. And you know, now I feel like I don't need to explain it. If they tell me why, I'd be like, oh, you know, I just took some time off. If they really want to know, they'd ask more questions. If not, they get the hint that I just don't want to share more. When I had to explain to my parents like, hey, I'm taking a leave of absence, they were like, what is that? And just don't go to school. And they thought like I dropped out. So people think that I dropped out. I'm like, no, I didn't. I promise. I'm going back to school. I'm trying to go back to school because like I love it and I'm getting healthier, but I'm gonna go back to school, but I have to take a break because I need to get healthy. And they understand now what it is, but they're kind of confused as like, okay, so you're just gonna stay here, what are you gonna do about it? And that's why I started working. And I'm gonna go back to school, like community college, so that I can transfer. And I'm actually deciding to transfer to either the college my sister goes to or one around here. Also, like when I did tell some people like, oh, like I'm here now, I didn't go back to school, I'm on leave of absence, they're like, oh, you're not going back, you're gonna stay here. And like at first I'm like, oh, maybe that's just joking. But one of them was like, well, I didn't go back, so you're not gonna go back. And I was like, great, way to motivate me. What's up? That's so supportive. Obviously my head didn't say that, but I just thought like, is that really what people think? Like, oh, because you didn't go to school, so you're not gonna go back? I was like, well, I am gonna go back. It took me time, and yes, people have finished before me. I just tried to ignore the negativity. It did get to me before where like I would come home crying and I'd be like, oh my god, I'm such a failure, I'm not gonna go back. They said I'm not gonna go back, so I'm not gonna go back. But I just needed to really focus and motivate myself and say, you're gonna go back, and I'm gonna go back. No matter when that is, I plan to go next fall. And if life happens where I can't go, and I would just have to re-enroll another way, but there are ways. I know things are gonna probably hit you in the face and be like, oh my god, you need to deal with this right now. It's like I'd rather deal with it than push it away and have it come at me stronger. And I just think that I need to be whatever I'm going through now so that I can move on, because if I'm just gonna ignore everything, it's just gonna keep like coming at me, and no matter if I want to run away from it, it's gonna chase me. So might as well go through it now so I can actually move on and not feel stuck. I just want to make clear that leave of absence is not bad. It's there to take advantage of. So if you need to take a break, take it. That's why there's such thing as leave of absence, because life happens. Things happen in your life that you just need to take a break. Don't think of it as a negative thing. Think of it as like, wow, I'm given this opportunity to take a break because I have other things I need to attend to first. No matter what hits you in your life, you will be able to go through it, and the only way through it is through it, and that you're strong and you're not alone. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell button if you want to be notified for more videos. Till next time.